I saw a video where you could see Justin almost like wax Hailey over the head. I don't know if this is playful. I don't know if this is like domestic. I doubt it's like a domestic moment, but it's just kind of weird to see how he acts like a teenage boy with his girlfriend rather than a husband with a wife.
In another video, Justin was spotted slapping Hailey across the face. And while it looked like they were just joking around, fans weren't happy, and they bombarded Justin with comments about how he should never lay his hands on his wife like that, especially in public.
It's actually cringe to watch how they're acting in public. I mean, if I was at the mall and I saw them, I would be like, oh, wow, like there's some like high school kids like acting up, but it's really like some grown adults, and he's just so playful and exuberant. And I think that's part of him being probably stunted as a, you know, an adult, because he was brought into fame so young. He didn't go through the normal teenage phases, so I feel like he's just bound to be a little bit on the wild side. And that behavior doesn't help when there are so many rumors surrounding their relationship and with Selena Gomez, because Selena Gomez was a big part of Justin's stardom. She's a big star. They were a couple that people were obsessed with, but as we know, he has moved on to Hailey. Yet there are a lot of people who are looking at timelines and comparing things and trying to figure out how this switch happened, questioning whether if Hailey was dating Justin while he is still with Selena, which she's had to address publicly.
People were confused on the timeline you're talking about of like, is she a homewrecker? So I guess my question is, Hailey, were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
No, not one time. He was not ever in a relationship, ever, at any point. I'm not interested in doing that, and I never was. Like, I can say, period, point blank, I was never with him when he was in a relationship.
Now, Hailey may claim and believe that there was nothing going on between Justin and Selena, but Justin was very much hung up on Selena and kind of using Hailey to fill this void. I mean, Hailey was readily available. She was pretty much following him, so she was ready to go to be his new girlfriend. And actually, Justin had an emotional breakdown after his marriage to Hailey, realizing it wasn't going to fix the problems he had hung up on Selena. He said, "I remember when I first got married, I hit a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was going to fix all my problems, and it didn't." He said, "You want your wife to do something that you're not doing, and it's like, it's hard sometimes to look in the mirror and really have to realize, man, maybe you're not the person you necessarily thought that you were, and that's just a result of trauma and life circumstances." Justin goes on to explain that there's nothing wrong with Hailey. It's his own problems, and that's what we're seeing play out in the public. But Hailey has kind of made it her own problem by acknowledging it and addressing a lot of the people online, saying that they need to leave them alone, which I don't think really helped the situation. It kind of like threw like fuel on the fire. Now people are even more interested in what the problems are that Hailey is, you know, ignoring or trying to write off.
Leave me alone at this point. I'm minding my business. I don't do anything. I don't say anything. Leave me alone, please. Enough time has gone by where it's valid to leave me alone. I beg of you, truly. That's my only request. Leave me alone. Be miserable somewhere else, please.
Now that we're caught up to speed, let's get into what's been happening in recent months, because things aren't looking good, especially with reports like this coming out in October. Hailey and Justin are on the rocks as she grows tired of his needy and immature behavior. A source claims he acts like a needy kid all the time, and she's constantly having to apologize for him and trying to get him to act like an adult. Hailey is over Justin's needy kid tendencies and immature behavior. Supposedly, she was left mortified during an event the couple attended to promote her skincare brand. The National Enquirer reported that their marriage is based on Justin's childish needs and it's doomed. They got married very young and didn't know what they were getting into, and it's been up and down ever since. And I think a lot of this reflects in how we see this couple present themselves in public. So Hailey has been supporting Justin's career way before he even knew who she was, but he doesn't seem to care about her skincare line, which comment below if you've used it before, but she had a collaboration with Krispy Kreme for a lip treatment called Strawberry Glaze, which sounds pretty good. And they attended the event, but you could tell that Justin did not want to be there. And you could tell just by what he was wearing. It seemed like he was dragged out of the house. You cannot tell me that this couple does not look mismatched. I mean, look at what she's wearing. It looks like she's going to a nice dinner, a dinner date, out on the town, while it looks like he is about to go into a hospital like for surgery. Like, it looks like he is not even going to the grocery store. It is so relaxed, which I think is a telling sign how much he cares about his wife's brand and her products and this party. He's like putting on his Crocs. He does not want to be there, and he probably didn't stay for long.
So you mean to tell me she gets all dressed up for her event, for her new product that she's launching, her strawberry glazed peptide lip thing, right? And her husband shows up in Crocs? But wait, it gets better. And these are the only photographs that people are talking about from the event. Because at this point, it just feels like he's doing it on purpose. I mean, the hat over the hoodie, but the hoodie's like unzipped. And there's a little viral video going around of when they both got off of their Sprinter van and arrived at the event. So Hailey steps out first and she basically doesn't look back. And then she finally is like, wait, did he get out of the car? So she turns around, looks at him. And this is the look he's giving her as he's walking behind her. So finally, they make eye contact. She looks away. She's looking really sad or maybe nervous or whatever, but he looks at her and then he motions. He's like, go. Like, yeah, I got out. I'm here. I'm right behind you. Just keep walking.
People were not fond of Justin's look. One person wrote, I really wonder what the conversation was like when she saw him in this outfit. I'm convinced this guy is embarrassing his wife on purpose. Another person writes, he looks like it's bring your son to work day. Another person added, okay, now I feel bad for her. One person also wrote, man, he does not like this woman at all. And a fifth said, honestly, at that point, I'd rather my husband stay home than publicly embarrass me. That is so embarrassing. And honestly, it seems like Hailey's just been struggling to be acknowledged by Justin, her own husband, and everyone else. I mean, no one really respects her as his wife. Even people who are friends with them, like Kendall Jenner. She even said in a public live stream early on that she never saw their marriage coming. And you could see Hailey's a little bit taken back by this because nobody really wants her there. Nobody thought she would be there. And it feels like she doesn't really belong. I mean, she's not really at the entertainment level that these people are. She kind of just weaseled her way in.
Kendall, what's going on?
Not much. I don't know if I've ever live before. This is so
This is
crazy.
amazing. Well, we're so blessed and honored to have you on our live, and thank you for doing this. You look gorgeous, obviously.
Guys, look at you two.
Look at us too. We're like we're a happy married family.
I love it.
Would you have real quick question? Did you see this coming?
See what coming? You two? Honestly, no, I was super like, I didn't know, you know what I mean? Like, I think I hoped.
That clip is a little bit awkward just because Justin and Kendall dated and had their own relationship. We've talked about that before on my main channel, but there's another video I want to show you guys. Actually, a lot of people were going through Facebook Lives because I guess Hailey used to go live on Facebook with Justin, and at one point she was kind of complaining about being compared to other women he had been with, like Selena Gomez, Kendall Jenner, and all the rest. And in this Facebook Live, you can see that Hailey is really expressing herself, and Justin is so stone cold, completely checked out, looks like a cardboard cutout almost, just like not acknowledging her at all. And I wanted to share this because I wanted to show how, like, you know, in this video we've seen Hailey is constantly putting up with him and supporting him, and if you like her, whether or not you have to acknowledge that she is there for him and he is there for her. Zero. Like, none of the time. He's never there for her. Never. And it's like actually so frustrating to see because there's, I mean, as someone who actually respects himself, I could not imagine being Hailey and taking this because it's giving little boy energy.
It's not easy, I think, especially when people have fans that are really passionate and they want to express that and they want to express their opinion. And I think a lot of the time it's a lot of children and just young people who would never understand the reality of, you know, a relationship yet because they're so young and they haven't even experienced it and they haven't been there yet.
You can tell he does not want to be there. He doesn't care what she has to say. He just wants it to be over. He wants everything to be over. He is so checked out. And you know, he has a weird relationship with social media and he likes to take some breaks. And he actually took a break and he came back without posting anything about Hailey, which may not be a big deal, but I'm sure Hailey noticed because all the fans noticed that he's back, but Hailey is absent. I think when you see someone who's young and married, you just kind of expect them to be with their partner. So it's kind of weird to see him acting like Hailey's just not a part of his life.
Best friend, look who is back on social media, Mr. Justin Bieber. Since May, he has not posted. He is with Justine Skye and Normani. I wonder if he asked Normani where that album at, though. But listen, what do you guys think about Justin's return the day after Selena broke the internet? And girl, where's Hailey?
It's definitely not a good look. And when we see Justin back on the scene, there are moments like when he was performing at Rolling Loud and the whole crowd was yelling F Hailey. And you can see that he kind of like doesn't support her, doesn't tell them to stop. He kind of just like lets it happen, which I think increases this hate train against her.
Justin Bieber performed at Rolling Loud and was met with a lot of hate from his fans in the crowd. The crowd chanted F Hailey Bieber. And no, he did not defend his wife.
Of course, he did not defend his wife because he probably kind of liked it in a weird, sick way. I mean, he's also said before in the past that he does not treat the people he loves very kindly, probably because of his stardom at a young age and all the other things he's gone through. I mean, there's really no excuse for it. And I think we'll continue to see them act like this towards each other and him act resentful as long as they are married. I mean, in one clip I found on the internet, he's in the studio, he's just recording, and Hailey comes about to go and say hi to him. And he tells her, "Do you think this is a playground?" Just really dismissive to his wife and talking down to her.
But my hands are Does this look like a playground to you? This is a studio workplace, and you're disrupting me. That is not cool.